just briefly to the question of water. Our CSO sitting over here, he gave me a very nice comparison to the water usage. For our first step, which is 2.2 million pounds production of cobia, we use the same amount of water roughly as our ordinary office building in Annapolis. You know, it's not more than that. So that gives you a kind of a sense for the water usage requirements. So okay. Very quickly, what is low salinity, as we call it also, Virginia cobia farms? The objective is very ambitious. See from the top there is to actually fundamentally change the way marine fish is produced. And we started in the US, but it's a very clear strategy, and also from our investor side, that this is something that will be rolled out globally. But contrary maybe to the belief around the table here, when it comes to this technology and this knowledge, the United States is actually in the forefront of this. So this is, as already Steve Sommerfeld has made a nice introduction for me, and it's easy to go on and go through. Land-based recirculation aquaculture systems. We use near fresh water even though we produce saltwater fish, which is of course a proprietary technology of the company. It has minimal environmental impact, as you already seen. We already have 2 saltwater high-value species, cobia and pompano, in production, which is, I think, should really appreciate the knowledge behind that. And if you know something about the international saltwater fish, it's been very difficult to go into the statistics of sea and aquaculture. You know, marine saltwater fish is like on the order of 1%, while of the global supply of 1 to 3%, depending on how you count, but the global seafood supply of marine fish. But when it comes to aquaculture in general, it's getting close to 50%. That is very much also a result from it. It's very demanding, the whole process for doing it. And we are succeeding with it right now. Also yellowtail, we also tested out. So our aim now, what we on the construction is target for 4.4 million pound yearly production, this kind of fish, in Virginia, Saltwater, Virginia. It's also based on our own proprietary aqua feeds that we will have our own production of, which is tailored to each fish species, which is one of the actually critical components of success in producing this fish, which has, I think, largely been undervalued and underappreciated previously. We have a significant IP portfolio, know-how, patented. Also, we have like, is it 12 or 14 patents in the area where we're producing. And we can base that also to farm even new species. So this is just a start. It will take time and patience, as you know here in Bell. I would say we also have a unique management team, and that's reflecting on the challenge we see ahead of us. It's not only just to start and apply the technology which is existing, it's still a strong need for research in this, but also research combined with the actual production very closely. I think that's the key of the success. It's not research being separated in an institution far away from actually where the business is being developed. What we, as you already presented, fresh products, no toxicity issues, superior nutrition in the final products, and sustainable certification. We are allowed to use the LIFE's DHA for our products. We are certified for Safe Harbor. We also certified through the Monterey Bay Aquaculture. If you go into their website to see the best show cobia, that's us. Somebody else in the United States. The imported cobia, which is farmed, you can see is to avoid. So we have a different way of doing it. We're not in sea cages. The difference between being in a sea cage and being on shore is tremendous when it comes to the environmental and sustainability aspects of it. Okay, next please. So who are we? Well, we're a multinational team. We have global aquaculture experience a lot in the whole team. And we have a very strong experience both in strategy, operations, and research. Myself, I'm actually a nuclear physicist, but not some years ago. But I've had a lot of years in salmon farming, cod farming, halibut farming in the same company. I have also strong global experience from other process industries, like smelting industries. I've been running plants in all the way from Canada to China. So this global perspective is important to our company. And also then William Harris, Bill, the CSO of the company, is from Harvard Medical School, PhD, and he has extensive marine agriculture experience, I would say more than 14 years, working with low salinity fish production. Nutrition, Stephen Craig has been mentioned several times already, I think during this lunch and also earlier in the meeting. His knowledge about fish nutrition, physiology and the experience. I put more than 20 years here, I don't know. I was not daring to go further than these numbers. But I think you're will be critical to this industry moving forward. The understanding that it has. Tracy, also been, she's responsible for building up the feed business that we are doing. She's has strong, both theoretical, coming from animal breeding, but also international development, been all over the world, developing businesses. And then we have Eduardo Aguilera from Chile, more than 20 years of salmon farming experience in Chile and also other places. Working closely on that, both and operational, both with the freshwater onshore facilities and also in the offshore, in the sea cages. Tony Buren, just hired as a controller, CFO, former from Bristol Compressors, so CFO experience from large companies. But as important, we are a small company still, but if you look at the research team we have, headed by Bill Harris, Steve Craig, Steve Jury, PhD, working on crustacean biology, marine organism behavior. We have Marlies Betka, PhD also, fish pathology, working on the health of the fish. And then also associate member, very important, Richard Wagner, who's working on the algae and other aspects of what we're doing. And you will not see a small company with a research department like this, but that's again realizing that we are still in the development stage and that will be critical for long-term success. But behind this is of course a belief and an investment for a long-term build-up of an industry. That should be what you see, respected even if it's a small company.